What up? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Yeah, get on that head if you are able. Excuse the random time, which I know what time it is. Let's go. New York Giants salute. What it do? Let's go, man. It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. Rocking with your boy. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It is the New York Giant versus New England Patriot pregame live stream, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. I am dumb tired. And my schedule has been crazy, so please excuse just a random time. I know this is just like a random during the day live stream, but hopefully, everybody could tune in at least when they get the chance. And I'm not going to be up here for too long, but I definitely want to get to New York Giant BI. So without further ado, y'all know what time it is, man. Let's get into this intro. Let's go.
I felt there was no better athlete on that field than me. I was the best athlete on the field. And in order to win, you have to beat me. If you can't beat me, then you can't win.
I tell you right now, you know everybody gonna watch this ass whoop I'm put on you, right?
It's your guy who is never lying, sometimes defiant. It's a way to Giant.
And you get both feet down on the ground, and then it came out of the pile. This ball's thrown, and Tyree, that may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Sometimes defiant.
Lobs it, Burris alone, touchdown New York.
New York Giants salute to my guy Harvey Ave early in the building. I see you. He says, appreciate your grind covering our New York Giants. Man, thank you, man. I needed that because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm definitely dumb tired right now, and I appreciate that, man. We just going hard like I promised. And y'all on y'all end, y'all just help me out, man. Make sure that you like these live streams and that you subscribe if you are new to this channel. But I want to get into the New York Football Giants have the New England Patriots on the menu. This is our last preseason game, and then after that, it is official like a referee's whistle. We are back at MetLife. We're going against another 2-0 team, man. Last week, we went against a 1-0 team. We smacked that ass. Now we're going against a 2-0 team. And I do plan to smack that ass, man. Y'all heard Coach Dable in the locker room and after the game what he was saying about the importance of winning, especially winning at home. So y'all could keep calling me crazy and, overhyping the preseason all you want, but best believe we rather walk up out of our trap with a W, okay? Starting in preseason. If I can get a 3-0 start in preseason, I would absolutely love it, man. I'm gonna definitely push for that. I'm gonna definitely preach to that because I need that momentum to carry on to the season. We gotta know what feeling the winning tastes like, man. Like we had a bad taste in our mouths of losses. We need to get that shit out. We need to get the taste of winning. So if we could end this preseason with being 3-0, I will absolutely take it, man, for sure. I would absolutely take it. But it has been a good week so far, man, a positive week because we are starting to assemble right now, man. We are starting to assemble. Andrew Thomas, is back at practice, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not going to even fake the funk. I was hyped when I got the notification that my man AT is back in business. And that is one of the things that I absolutely loved and appreciated about this offseason is that it was a blessing in disguise. You never want to see Andrew Thomas hurt, but the fact that we was able to operate all off season without AT, we was able to cut out the fat and we was able to see what we got. Marcus Membo was a blessing in disguise. Evan Neal moving to guard was a blessing in disguise. To be honest with you, James Hudson was a blessing in disguise. And not because he performed oh so great, but we really got to see what he is about. We really got to see his makeup. Now, I don't know if the coaches are going to be smart enough to move guys in their proper places where they belong, but you did get a good evaluation of these guys. Andrew Thomas, we pretty much know what he is. We know he's a dog. We know what he's going to bring to the table. So it's a positive outlook at looking at how this offseason, went down. Harvey Ave is in the chat, man. I see him. He says, I was telling Dash, giant salute to my guy, Big Dash. He says, we looking good and getting people back at the right time. Trying to control my hype, but I'm on the edge. Need to see Dart by week 4. So that's matter of fact, I'm gonna hold on to that. I definitely want to talk about Jackson Dart. We'll get to that. But get hype. Get hype, man. You got a reason to be hype. You do, man. You got a reason to be hype. I understand that there's a lot of Giant fans right now that have PTSD, that have been through these stages before. But I really don't want to sound like the fanboy that I am. But, man, we are different, man. You feel it. You feel it. It's a different feel about this year, man. So, definitely, man, get hype, man. It's that time of the year to get hype. Let's go. Shout out to my man Papa Lillian. Says, just got to get Scatterbo. But I got some news for you. Cam Scatterbo was back in team drills at practice. Come on. So what it tells me is that Cam Scatterbo's injury wasn't as bad as I may have thought or may have assumed. There might be a chance we could see him in week 1. So we headed towards the right track. We headed towards the right track, man. Shout out to Seti 079. Giant salute to my guy Seti. I see you.
Good, baby.
He says the Giants are going 2-0. I wholeheartedly believe that. I ain't gonna hold you. I am taking it a step at a time. I'm taking it a game at a time, but I'm not gonna hold you. I really think that we're gonna surprise people, man. We're gonna surprise some because there's a few soldiers that that are staying with us, Seti. But yeah, I definitely see us doing that. Malik Neighbors was also at practice, running, looking good. Again, I tell y'all, man, don't worry, Giant fans. Don't worry, he's all right. Okay, y'all should already know what time it is, man. We just resting, preparing ourselves from week 1. That's it. So Malik definitely he's fine. He's fine. So anybody that is concerned, you don't even got to trip. But let's talk about quarterback situations here, man. Of course, I want to dive into what my man Harvey Ave kind of mentioned about, seeing Jackson Dart by week 4 and things like that. I want to start with Jameis Winston, man. Y'all see the thumbnail. There's been a lot of rumors and talks about Jameis Winston possibly getting traded. I don't know who supports that in this fan base, but I highly am against that, man. I think if you are so easily willing to let go of Jameis Winston, I think that you are undervaluing, his participation, in this locker room. We are in a unique position, man. And again, watch all of these other preseason games with everybody else, man. Look at everybody else. We are in a position to where we have a quarterback, another quarterback, and another quarterback on roster that if we plug them in the game, we have a fighting chance and we're not dead in the water. That is major. That is major. We never can expect to see a third string quarterback, right? But we've seen weirder things happen. That's one aspect of it, but that's not even my biggest aspect because, again, I don't even expect to see Jameis Winston because then that means something bad has happened with Russ and Dart. The bigger aspect of it is, one, we and I hate to talk about football players like this, but he wasn't expensive. He wasn't expensive. But what you have in this locker room right now is a true leader. And not just a leader, also a cheerleader. And I know that sounds funny, but I can't stress this enough, man. Y'all do not know how important it is to have those two things, a leader and a cheerleader. A leader in the aspect of we already have seen him do things that helps this locker room, keep their mind focused in winning mode, in dog mode, and on the mission. It was Jameis Winston who've already shown us that, look, he's going to pull this offense together on the sideline and look everybody in the eyes and remind them to tighten their shit up. Tighten their shit up when they're going out there and they're not playing like themselves. And then after Jameis Winston gets a hold of them and talks to them, then they go out and it's the Giants team that we need to see. We've already seen that. I forgot, was that in one of the joint practices or was that in the preseason game? I forgot when that was, but we've seen that. We see Jameis Winston being the guy that is leading this team in prayer. We see that. We see him, still. We could be hype and focus on Jackson Dart all we want to, but we also have to make a mention of the tools surrounding Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart is not just doing this himself. He is surrounded by who people say is the quarterback guru and Coach Dable. He's surrounded by Jameis Winston. He is surrounded by Russell Wilson. Jackson Dart is definitely set up for success if you have never seen a rookie quarterback set up before. Jameis Winston is also a cheerleader. Anybody who has played football, basketball, baseball, any sport, you know what it is like to have a solid cheerleader on your side. Again, I know that sounds like, whatever, but it matters. What year was that when Sterling Shepard got hurt and he was sidelined for the rest of the year? He was on the sidelines in crutches and a boot and all of that, and he was the most lit. I think was it 2022? And he was the most lit. He was the most lit. He was jumping around all over the sidelines, all of that. And guess how that helps also? When you at away games, my football players know. When you at away games and shit gets real and you hearing that crowd, guess what's going to help you get through those muddy waters right there? Hearing your sideline, hearing the people that you went to battle with in the offseason. Those guys on the sideline help block out all the extra shit. Those guys that's on the sideline, talking to you, being the cheerleader that you need in those times, that shit matters, man. I'm telling you. That shit matters. And then, of course, Jameis Winston adds depth. He adds depth. So you can't, undervalue these things, man. This is something that you should appreciate. And then if you look for in the future, to have Jameis Winston as a backup, even if he evolves to a second string, it's still, you're not going to get much better than that, man. You're not going to get much better than that. So think about the full picture before you think about just letting go Jameis Winston. I don't even want to tell y'all what I'm like. If we was to trade Jameis Winston, it would have to be a pretty penny. I know that, because he just means that much to what we have going on right now. So I say all of that to say I am against trading Jameis Winston. I think he does add value to the squad. And hold on, my jersey unfell. Hold on. And yeah, I see that as such, man. But I see y'all. Shout out to my guy Davion Taylor. He said they have no intention of trading Winston. Yes, man. They did say that in the presser. If I do some Twitter surfing, man, we'll also watch that clip. But that's a fact. They did say that, and I'm glad they did. Setio79 says, I believe in culture. Winston is good for the culture. Indeed. That is a fact. My man Harvey Ave said, Jameis going to be here. Dart named him personally as a quarterback he looks up to. It goes to my point. Setio79 says, pretty much every year with Shep. Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to my guy Born for Sports. Giant salute to him.
V5
says, salute, bro. Just checking in from my job lunch break, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. I know this is a random ass time, but I'm just trying to make sure that I at least hold down the pregame festivities, man. This is the only time I had allotted, man. But we getting it done, man. He says, salute to the chat. Smash the like and subscribe button to this live stream and channel. Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. Y'all make sure y'all like this live stream. If you're new, make sure that you subscribe. That's a fact. Shout out to Born for Sports. Devion Taylor says, next year's draft, we're going to build around Jackson Dart because this year we built the defense. I love it, man. Absolutely love it. I love the direction that we are going. And again, we're gonna get into Jackson Dart in just 1 second before I even start. We're gonna get into that. My man Pop says, how do you predict the offense moving the ball week 1? Yeah, look, man, y'all gonna get me started talking about week 1, man. Listen, I will say this. Make sure when it's about that time, when it is week 1, and we talking Washington Commander talk, y'all don't want to miss it. Okay, I already gave y'all a preview of my on-paper live stream. Y'all already seen what that is like. I'm going to have Washington Commander guest on the live stream. I need y'all to make sure that y'all are in the building. I need week 1 energy, and we are going to turn shit up, okay? Turn shit up when it is that time. You do not want to miss it. We coming in heavy this year, man. But how I do predict this offense to move the ball week 1 is, for one, running the ball, establishing a running game, man. Running the ball. That has to be 1. 2, we've seen a little bit of this preseason, but the play actions, freezing the defense a little bit and letting Russell Wilson cook inch by inch, moving the ball slowly but surely. And then, of course, 3, feeding Malik Neighbors. But we have tools on this offense, man, that can help Russell Wilson and this offense do what it needs to do. I just want our offense to stay on the field and let our defense get their proper rest, because I believe in our defense. I think our defense is more than capable of putting pressure on Washington and really doing a good job on them boys, man. I've said this plenty of times before. I'll say it again. I don't see Washington the way I guess the rest of the world sees them. They're very beatable. But all in all, I just need to see this offense stay on the field in drives and points and slowly cook their win to a victory, man. But yes, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. Shout out to my cuz in the building, man. I got to hit you too, cuz I seen you was in Chicago. Chicago's an hour away from me, man. I wish I would have known, man. Chicago, beautiful city. Beautiful city. I will be going to the Giant in Chicago Bear game. Okay, so look out for that vlog. I will be going to that game. But shout out to my cuz that's in the chat. Seti079 says Cam Scatterbo theme music should be kicking the door, waving the 4-4. That's hard. That's hard. Shout out to my cuz again. He says, y'all should have had an all-around ground game. Yeah, man, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so. I mean, everything shakes off the run. And I believe, I'm not even scared of Washington's D-line. I think we could definitely get the job done, man. The way this backfield is set up, we got guys that can hit the hole, run hard, and really put the pressure on this defense. And also, they are fast. I see no reason as to why we can't establish, a good running game, man. Not at all. Davion Taylor says, to be honest, Washington offense wasn't that special because they faced the Bengals defense. That is a fact, man. That is a fact. Matter of fact, we'll talk about this. Why not? We'll talk, because it's not like I have a long list on the docket anyway. I see a lot of people, man, talking about, the Washington and Bengal game. I'm going to tell you two sides to it. I'm not going to underplay it, but I'm also not going to overhype it. To see them hand the ball off to Debo, him hitting the outside, that is something that caught my attention. It didn't worry me. It didn't scare me, but it caught my attention. We're going to have to play fast. And we're going to for sure have to be physical, man. We're going to have to for sure be physical. We don't look as dominant at stopping the run, but I do think that we could get the job done. I do. And I'm not too mad at it because there is an element to our defense to where I think that we are special. To where I think that we could even reach the heights of being great. So I feel like if we are at least, even if we make a mistake, I had a coach that used to tell me, look, if you're going to make a mistake, at least make it full speed. If we go out there and we can be as physical as we could be and play fast, nothing offensively that Washington could really do versus is going to scare me. Their receivers, if I'm being nice, I will label them average. And that's if I'm being nice. Even if you add Terry McLaurin onto the list, which we not even knowing what's going on over there with that. One, Terry McLaurin never had a history of going crazy on us. So we don't look at Terry in the same light as I guess a lot of people do. Respectfully, he is a wide receiver one, and he's a good receiver. But he ain't nothing to lose sleep over. And then on top of that, let's say hypothetically we don't even see Terry week 1. Who are you going to throw the ball to? Because you got to put the ball in the air. Who are you going to throw the ball to? And if you pay attention to that Bengal game, they didn't put the ball in the air when Jaden Daniels was on the field. They didn't put the ball in the air not once. Not once. Yes, that Bengal defense was trash. Was absolutely garbage. So you really didn't even see much out of Washington. But they did show you that, yes, we are having a plan to run the ball, and we will run the ball. As far as Jaden Daniels is concerned, he is slippery, and he is somebody who, could be difficult to tackle. But I'm not scared of no Jaden Daniels when we got these dogs that we have. There's no way I could be scared of a Jaden Daniels when we got who we got hunting. And I say that respectfully because I'm not trying to shit on Jaden Daniels. Like I can't sit here and act like he's not nice. Jaden Daniels is nice. But we overcooking our grits if we overhype him, man. This D-line ain't nothing to play with, I'm telling you. So that little slippery shit that he was getting away with and all that, nah. We got fast edge guys and a fast D-line that's going to get to him and that's going to make that man uncomfortable. So, I mean, that's how I look at it. That is how I look at it. Davion Taylor says, and the Commanders' defense is not that great. Lattimore is washed. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Malik Neighbors is going to cook. They can try to hype up anybody they want on that secondary, but Malik Neighbors is going to cook. He also says Drew Phillips is going to hit Debo so hard that they jet sweep they do is not going to work. Come on, man. We got guys. Man, that will fly to the ball. We got guys. Shout out to my guy, Iman Perry. Giant salute to you, man. I see you. Yeah, y'all forgive me on this random ass time, man. I know it's in the middle of the day, random, but it was the only time I had, man. This week was a little busy, especially it being Thursday. The Thursday game threw me off. Y'all forgive me, man, but we getting it in, man. Davion says we got the edge over Washington because they have to get acclimated into the offense because he missed the whole training camp. And that's another thing I've been saying. Y'all think that, him and that Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin is going to be hitting on all cylinders in week 1 after all the time that they miss? They're going against a team that has been hitting on all cylinders and has been putting in that work all offseason. We've been in the lab together as a unit, perfect attendance all offseason. Come on, man. Not week 1. Ball Sled says, yeah. What up? Giant salute to my guy, Ball Sled. I see you. Born for Sports. Y'all ready? Everybody hungry for week 1. We ain't even talk shit about the Patriots. And I don't blame y'all because I don't got shit to say about the Patriots because it's all about us, really. It's all about us. But Born for Sports says, I'm so ready for week 1. Belt to ass. Fact. That's a fact, man. You ain't never lied. Belt to ass. Point of attack. Ball Sled says their run game looks vicious so far, though. Vicious is hyping it. Their run game looked vicious versus the Bengals defense. I will say that. But the Bengals defense ain't saying much. Davion Taylor asks, we should play the starters Thursday because we should keep that momentum going. We're going to get into that. But before we get into that, I want to talk Jackson Dart real quick. I want to talk J Money. Look, man, I've already said this, and I don't mind saying it again. Jackson Dart, I'm respecting everything that he is doing right now. He is proving guys like myself wrong. I'm definitely on the Jackson Dart train. And he's really, man, showing me that he could be the future, man. That's real. And this is coming from a Shador guy. And the reason why I keep mentioning that is because if y'all been tuned in to me, y'all know one of my themes, man, is I believe in keeping the same energy. I know I was wilding when it was draft time. And I was pushing for Shador, and I was basically like, yo, F everybody else. So I'm going to also keep the same energy when a player that we have on this roster proves me wrong and says, yo, I got something to say. I can be that guy. I'm gonna keep the same energy. I absolutely love when I'm in situations like this and it works to our favor and I'm proven wrong. I love it. But with saying that, everybody that wants to see Jackson Dart this season, I understand why you want to. I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm not going to sit here and act like that. But I don't think it makes the best sense. Jackson Dart has an element to his game that Russell Wilson may not have. But I think the element that Russell Wilson has to his game is much more valuable than what Jackson Dart has. There is nothing wrong with being patient and letting a gem like Jackson Dart cook. And it's funny because I see my guy, Vocal Vike, in the chat. I see him in the building, right? But this is the perfect example. Even if you think about the Minnesota Vikings. J.J. McCarthy last year, during the offseason, he looked good. What we seeing from Jackson Dart right now is pretty much what J.J. McCarthy was looking like last year in the offseason. He was airing shit out. He looked like he was set to be a problem. Then he got hurt, which forced him to have to sit out that year. And guess who we seen? We seen a Sam Darnold. And we could say what we want about Sam Darnold, blah, 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 but all in all, he is a veteran. And we seen Sam Darnold play good football. If anybody knows, we know. We know. Y'all don't think that J.J. McCarthy was able to pick up gems and see and get a whole year of just evaluating and seeing how the game unfolds under the leadership of not only their offensive coordinator / head coach, but Sam Darnold? Y'all don't think he learned from that? Y'all don't think he took from that? Y'all don't think he got from that? There's a gem in that. There's a gem in that. And I know I say this all the time. Vocal Vice says, I told you Darth Vader is him. You did. That's a fact. You did tell me that. But I think it's so easy a lot of times, man, because we are in a time of the young quarterback. And you're looking around and you're seeing the young quarterbacks go off and, you know, help turn their teams around. And I think it's so easy for us to get distracted and wanting to throw our young quarterback in so he could do for us what we've seen others do for others. But I think it is so important, man, to see Russell Wilson, man, do this. Russell Wilson is a veteran. I had an OG tell me, I forgot more than you have learned. That is Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is going to mentally do the mature and veteran things on the field. Y'all can laugh and joke about the checkdowns all you want to, but as long as he protects that damn ball and keeps them chains moving, I'm absolutely love it. And for everybody that keep thinking this is Grandpa Russell Wilson that we working with, y'all seen what he did airing it out to Bo Collins. Everything that y'all hated last year from the quarterbacks that we had last year, you could see in Russell Wilson. My guy Harvey mentioned Big Dash earlier. Big Dash makes it a point, and I agree with him 100%, about the timing of Russell Wilson getting the ball out. Not just him, all the quarterbacks pretty much have been doing it, but getting the ball out quick, getting the ball out when it needs to be out so that these receivers can do what they do when the rock is in their hand. But Russell Wilson, he adds that veteranship that I believe is what this team needs. He adds that leadership to what we know, especially this offense needs. And you can't negate that. That trumps the flash. And it's all respects to Jackson Dart because I'm on the Jackson Dart train. I believe in him. But I think what Russell Wilson adds to the squad, it trumps that. So, Giant fans, again, this is something else I said before. I'm going to say it again. Listen, man. You could love Jackson Dart and support Jackson Dart and root for Russell Wilson as well, man. We should want to see Russell Wilson do good. We should want to see Russell Wilson absolutely kill. So he's our QB1, and I'm definitely standing with Russ. I definitely stand with Russ. I think there's a misconception of what they titled, surrounding Russ. I don't believe in that shit at all. I'm going by what I see. And all in all, the bigger picture is this. I also had the stance that if Jackson Dart was meant to be the quarterback one for this year, then he would have proved it this offseason, and he would have been the clear cut QB1. And then this is not me knocking him at all. He just wasn't that. So, with that being said, yes. Yes, man. Let Russ cook. Let Russ cook, man. Have faith in my guy Russ, man. Have faith in my guy Russ. Won't Stop Dream Team Entertainment says, TP Way, let's have a great day. Giants, salute my guy.
P5.
Yes, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to my guy, Iman Perry. I see you. Davion Taylor says, not going to lie, Jackson Dart is looking like the best quarterback in the draft this year. But I did want Cam Ward. Hey, man, look, that's a fact. That is a fact. J Money is looking like he is him. He is him. Which, also, I got to give a credit to Coach Dable because this was his pick. He had to make the tough call. I was on his head about it. Again, I need to see the production throughout the year before I, give Coach Dable the whole bouquet of flowers. But I will say, man, shout out to Coach Dable because if we taking this thing step by step, right now, so far so good. He's shown me that Jackson Dart looks like the right pick. So definitely shout out to Coach Dable. Boss Les says, I was on the same timing like you, TP, during the draft, but I'm rocking with J Money. He's nice. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. I'm with you, bro. Davion Taylor says, the Colts got crazy karma low-key. They cost us to pay Daniel Jones in 22. They cost us the number 1 pick, which turns out to be good for us. And now DJ is their starter. Yeah, man, I was having a conversation last night about Daniel Jones, man. My thoughts so far, like as of right now, and of course there has to be a conclusion to the season for me to conclude everything that's went down with Daniel Jones. But when it comes to Daniel Jones, man, bro, I want to see him do well with the Colts. I want to see him do his thing. But I could care less. For right now, I could care less about what DJ do over there. You know what I mean? I could care less about whatever the Colts do over there as well. Unless they on the menu, unless we facing them, hey man, best wishes. Best wishes. Shout out to my guy Vocal Vike. He says, facts. Now he about to go crazy in 2025, but y'all's situation is similar. It would help to sit Dart a little bit. That's fact. Fact, man. Won't Stop Dream Entertainment says, first I wanted next year, but now I want to see him towards the end of this season. Hey, man, if we in the position that, I want us to be in, and we could make a push for the playoffs, yeah, why not see him? Why not see him in these later games? But, hey, man, I'm not wiping the playoffs off the table. Vocal Vike says, I honestly just think the era of these star rookie quarterbacks having to sit for years is behind us. Yeah, exactly. I think everybody is about microwavable, food right now, man. Like nobody believes in the slow cooking. Davion Taylor says, Bo Collins is making the team. All right, man. That wide receiver room, it's gonna be something, man. It's gonna be something. Seeing that wide receiver room, it's gonna be interesting to see who makes it and not. That's definitely gonna be interesting. Shout out to my guy Chase Hill with the super chat. He says, need fee 5-4 fum merch before the season starts.
P5 fum.
I think my guy Chase Hill is looking at my notes. I think he's looking at my notes, ladies and gentlemen. How did he know? Man, that's crazy that he said this, man, because this was definitely something that I had on my mental, man. Me and my wife, we're going to brainstorm, man, and I want to make sure that I deliver some heat, man. Fee 5-4 fum merch is definitely on the to-do list, man. I love this comment right here. That is a fact. That is definitely on the to-do list. Where we at? Where we at? Russ gonna be cool, but we need to see what we truly got. Dart, 1 or 2 more wins, not gonna mean much this year. Dart needs to watch a few weeks, then it's off to our future. Let me see. 1 or 2 more wins not gonna mean much. Shit, I feel like 1 or 2 more wins is huge. It's huge. But yeah, I do believe that last sentence. I mean, I do think that Dart needs to sit, man. I do think that. I'm not even gonna say needs. I'm a word person, so my brain thinks like that. I'm not even gonna say he needs to sit. I don't think he needs to sit. I just think that would be the best thing for our situation that we are in now is for Dart to sit. That's what I do think that. Born for Sports says Pittsburgh Russ is all we need. Some people keep acting like he didn't help us. He didn't help his team, get to the playoffs working with a mediocre system and average weapons. He can still play this game. That is a fact, man. That is a fact. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, man, everybody keep sleeping on my man Russ. Keep sleeping on Russ if you want to, man. But the guy can definitely still ball out, man. And we've seen that. Giant fans should know. PA Enigma says, great QB sit a year or 2, sometimes 3. And people forget that. That's a fact. People forget that too. That is a fact. It says, can't wait to see how the wide receivers and tight ends play out. Yo, man, that list is going to be so crazy. Especially, those 2 lists are going to be crazy. But especially, man, that tight end list, I don't know what we going to do. I don't know what we're going to do in that tight end room. I feel like anybody that we let go, like not necessarily Chris Manhurst, respectfully, but anybody outside of Chris Manhurst, if we let go, I'm gonna be low key hurt. What we got? Where we at? Let me catch up in these comments. My man Iman Perry says Jones looking good over there. Yeah, yo, man. He's looking all right, and for some reason, Giant fans is still gonna shit on him no matter what. It's still gonna shit on him no matter what. But, all right, shout out to Daniel Jones for winning the starting job over there. Iman Perry says we'll see by the end of the season. Yeah, man, for sure. Devion Taylor says Alex Smith and Mahomes, Russ and Dart. I've been seeing that comparison. I like that. I've been seeing that reminder, I would say. I've been seeing that reminder oftentimes. PA Enigma says they better keep Turbo or he will join KC. Yo, man, I've been saying that too, man. Turbo is to the point now where it's like, all right, we can't do what we did last year. We can't undervalue this man, man. He definitely have deserved a spot on his 53. He definitely have deserved a spot. We got to see Turbo, man, added some way, some shape or form. I mean, it's to the point now where I see people saying Turbo over Singletary. And I appreciate the conversation. I don't know if I necessarily agree, but I understand it. Because Turbo is really the guy that we all, would love as a running back as far as seeing the hole, hitting the hole. No dancing, no none of that. Hitting the hole and why he has the name Turbo. Because it's turbo. Once he hits that hole, it's like that. Davion Taylor says, not going to lie, last night was crazy when he said we were going 0-17. Yeah, that was on Sneaky G's live stream. Yeah, man. I hear all types of crazy shit, man, in this field that we are in. And that was definitely one of the craziest. Harvey Ave said, I said that because Russ not going to be here next year unless we go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Russ is not going to be here, but I still think that, he's still going to be the mental reps are the most important things for me right now. He's getting all the preseason work that he needs, and he's still the second string. So if there is a situation, if he needs to step in, you also have that element as well. But I feel like mental reps is the main thing. And he could pick up in the offseason and hit the ground running next year. I do believe that. Iman Perry says, we'll see Dart by week 5. I'm not really thinking that. And whether that's the truth or not, I mean, who's to say that what the truth is? I'm not thinking that because I don't see us struggling. I think the only way we will see Dart is if we are struggling. I don't see us doing so. Point blank, period. I don't see us doing so. Everybody keeps putting out these predictions by which week Dark is going to be playing. But one thing that we do know and experience has taught us, I mean, even Coach Dable, he could be stubborn at times. And he's already said on the podium that, listen, Russell Wilson is our QB1. Now, whether he has his poker face on, I mean, that's whatever. But he's letting it be known that get it out your heads right now. Like, we have a plan in place. And the plan is for Russell Wilson to be our QB1. And I need the team and Russ to understand that he is our QB1. And we're not thinking about putting Jackson Dart in play. Because he hears the rumors and the talks as well. Now, again, whether that's his poker face or not, history has shown me that, yes, Coach Dable can be stubborn in that way. And I hope that Russ sees it through, man, because that means good things are happening. Clinton Jones says, salute, I see you, Clinton. How are you? My man T-Tom in the building says, what's good? What's up with the push by the media to trade Winston? Signed him for 2 years as a backup and a nice price. Why trade him? Yeah, man, just go press the rewind button, man. Press the rewind button. Yeah, we definitely, spoke about that, man, because I don't agree, man. I don't see why. I really don't see why you would trade Jameis Winston. I don't see why, man. I'm with you. Why trade him? Why trade him? I think, when you getting this close to the season, I also think that people, we're gonna talk about all avenues and options, and I think this is one of them. We already put it out there. Matter of fact, let me play this real quick because we also already put it out there. Like, look, man, we are not in plans to do so.
Do you view him as like he has a role here no matter what? Or if you're listening, just based on where you guys are at that position?
I appreciate people that are interested, but Jameis is a New York Giant. With the way that he's gone about his business from day one, he's made it very intentional with the fact that he wants to be here and he wants to be here for the long haul. Teammates love him. His preparation process, whether it's the off-field things that he does in terms of community relations, Bible study, things in the locker room, galvanizing the group together, not just the quarterback room, but the offense as a whole. He's been comic relief, but he's also been a really good example of how to be a pro in handling your business in terms of prehab, rehab, post-game care. So happy he's here and
talk about
he's going to continue to do those things. He hasn't wavered and he hasn't been shaken by any distractions at all.
Talk about it. Talk about it. I absolutely love it. Basically said everything I said. And this is coming from Brandon Brown. Talk about it. So, with that being said, Jameis Winston is a New York Giant, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. Saints, you should have chose right, Saints. You should have chose right. Shador was right there for you. And for whatever reason, you decided to go the direction that you went. So, hey, that's y'all business. Papa Lou says, yeah, we up. Russ is going to ball out, and we got the Rory waiting in the driveway. What a time to be a fan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Best believe it. Best believe it. It is go time, man. Giant fans, listen, y'all don't got to, hide behind nothing. Y'all don't got to feel bad for feeling good. It's that time, man. It's that time. New York Giant football is back, man. We getting back to the core, all right? We getting back to New York Giant defense. We getting back to being gritty, playing fast, playing physical. We getting back to being to the top where we belong, man. What a time it is to be a Giant fan. That's a fact. Davion Tiller says, I think we should cut Manhurts. Yeah, I won't be crying over Manhurts leaving, man. I mean, respectfully. I like what he adds to the blocking game, but I mean, we got some tight ends, man, in this group. Davion Tiller says Turbo was injured last year. He was looking to make the team too. Yeah, man, for sure. My man Pap says I still believe in Hyatt. Man, my heart wants Hyatt to overcome the bullshit. But my mind is slowly but surely, I'm losing my faith on Hyatt, man. I'm losing my faith on Hyatt. I mean, underwhelming season last year, underwhelming offseason so far this year. Every other receiver is cooking up. Every other receiver is on a trajectory of progressing. But Hyatt still ain't showing us nothing. I mean, still not heavily involved in anything. I mean, I'm just not sold on it yet. I know that he has the backup and support from Russell Wilson, but outside of that, I don't know, man. I'm just a little disappointed that the question mark is still next to Hyatt's name, man. I'm not gonna hold you. Davion Taylor says, I don't want to see Dart till week 18 when we clinch the playoffs. Talk about it. Yeah, talk about it. My guy Harvey Ave says, TP, what you or the chat think about how Slayton gonna look this year? I think he finna beast up with better QB play. I think that is going to be the theme pretty much for all the receivers on this team. Better QB play should definitely equate to better receiver play. I was one of the guys that definitely made a mention and argued that as bad as quarterback play was at times, there was also bad receiver play. I hope that, the receivers are locked in, and I hope that the receivers are also doing their job and helping these quarterbacks, man, be to their best potential as well. They have the talent. But our receivers sometimes could lack execution in moments. And I need our receivers to go out there and execute. Now, to answer your question about Slayton, I think Slayton is an underrated guy, man. I think he is a true wide receiver too. And again, with better quarterback play, I think we're able to see Slayton in ways that we haven't been able to really see him as far as making plays down the field. Him going deep. We know he can beat a corner or two. We know that's his game. I'm looking for more of those moon balls also going to Slayton's way. So Slayton may be one of the guys outside of Malik Neighbors that I'm looking forward to receiving wise, because so much misconceptions has been surrounded by Slayton's name that I'm waiting for him to, shut that rumor shit down and really show his worth out there, man. And he's the veteran in this receiver group. And so, he knows what it takes. He knows what to do out there. And I really just want consistency and execution from Slayton. And I think everything else is going to be handled. So I think Slayton's going to have a big year, for real. Shout out to my guy in the Zone Sports. Giant salute to my guy.
All good, baby.
We definitely going to get together, man, when that Viking week gets around. Y'all make sure that y'all subscribe to my guy in the Zone Sports, who is a dope Minnesota Viking content creator, but also just the NFL content creator. He talks about, all teams. I still got to get with him for talking crazy. He said some crazy shit about us. We're gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about that for sure. Because I think he was having some Jackson Dart hate. I think he was definitely hating on our quarterbacks. But we're gonna talk about that for sure. My man Pap says, with the line and QB improve, these receivers finna go off. That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And listen, again, this was another thing. I was on my guy Sneaky G's live stream last night. This offensive line has shown us improvement from what we've seen last year. I mean, you look at the pocket that these quarterbacks have had. Also, and it's not to take away from the fact that these quarterbacks are also letting go of the ball fast, on time, and things like that. The quarterbacks are definitely doing their part. but it definitely starts up front. This offensive line is definitely helping these quarterbacks look the way they are looking so far. So again, I've said this, I respect how this offensive line has answered this offseason so far. Of course, the real work is when the season gets here, but I can only go step by step. And as of right now, this O-line, man, has really been doing a good job. So if they keep this momentum up and they keep doing what basically Jermaine Illuminor has been said that they were going to do, we are in good business. We are in good business. So definitely shout out to this O-line, man, because they are playing better than last year as of right now in the offseason. Shout out to my guy in the zone in sports, man. But yes, man, we have the Patriots coming up Thursday night at MetLife. Final game of the preseason, final game of the all season. Should we start our starters? There is a rumor being put out that we most likely would be seeing our starters, and I love it. None of that scary shit. We're going to utilize this offseason as much as we can. We're going to prepare. We're not trying to go out there looking rusty dusty. We are in the lab. And we are in the lab until the fat lady sings. And we're going to make sure everybody is ready to rock. So come week one, we look like a prepared New York Giant football team. There are some guys that I wouldn't be mad at seeing. And I like this. I like that Coach Dable, if he is doing this, I like this. Because I said this when the first preseason game was put out. Let these starters get some action. Let them get some action. Let us get these looks. We still got a Deontay Banks and Cordell Flott situation that we need to get stamped. I know a lot of people saying Cordell Flott is in the league, but is it stamped? Give me one more game of these corners battling it out. Give me one more game of Russell Wilson or the drive. Maybe two, if we feeling like that. Let me see my guy, Bo Collins. I know he's not necessarily a starter, but let me see my guy. Let me see these guys, man, go out there and just put it out on paper just one more good time while we have the chance. Mix and match some players defensively. Can somebody show me what it would look like with taking Nacho out of that group? Plug somebody else in. What does Darius Alexander look with the starting group? Abdul Carter you can put everywhere. He may be able to play even some damn safety. Put Abdul Carter and linebacker a little bit more. Let's see what he looks like there. We've seen him on the inside and the outside up front. Let's see what a little more of Abdul at linebacker. Let's see Jackson Dart with the ones. I think it's safe to say that Malik Neighbors is just he's on ice. We could get rid of that wish. I don't think we're gonna see him at all. But what about AT? Can we get AT a rep or two? He's seen no live action. Can AT be in there? I mean, I'm all for it. Play the starters. Just a little bit. Let's not overcook our grits, but just a little bit. Let's see. And then when the depth chart and evaluation period is finally finalized and we have to make our cuts, we don't have to worry or feel bad or second guess anything. We go with what we have. We know that we milked this opportunity, and then it's season time. So as far as it stands right now, man, I'm just gonna end it on this, man. I absolutely love how this offseason is pretty much went. I think we've really had a good offseason. I will say this because, yes, we have one more preseason to go. We have one more preseason to go. And so job is not finished. Job is not finished.
Job's not finished. Job finished? No, I don't think so.
Not at all. Not at all. But as it stands right now, man, I'm loving how this offseason has went. I love the direction that we are headed. I am well sold and prepared for week 1. And I want to end this thing out on a win, man. I want to end this thing out on a win. Let us be 3-0 in the preseason. I will take that going into the season. But again, man, look, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking with me this afternoon, man. Like I said, I was tired. I ain't even going to hold y'all. I was tired coming up here. But shout out to y'all who have tuned in, who, was busy in the chat. I appreciate that more than you know. If you are new to this channel, please make sure that you subscribe. Also, make sure that you like this stream. And for everybody who hasn't seen it live, it could be put out on their algorithm for them to see. But yeah, man. Let's talk about it. It's almost that time, man. It's almost that time. Week 1 is around the corner, man. It is around the corner. I don't care about who's sleeping still. I see there's some that's waking up. But all I know is feed, 5, 4, fun type energy, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. New York Giants, salute to each and every one of you. We got the Patriots. We may see some starters, and I'm all for it, man. We going hard. That's the type of time that we on. Let's go. Peace. It's been real.
AKA lion, AKA tiger, how we swinging iron, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah. Keep applying pressure to the foes, blowing closer than I am here, closer than my dish. Yeah. Keep away the giant here.